This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today I've got a whole bucket full of inexpensive fishing hacks. I found one $5 item that'll make you want to sit down. If you stick around the end, I can show you a hack I can do even with the bucket. Why don't you come along? Hack number one. You've probably seen this item if you've been to a picnic. It's supposed to keep bugs away from your food when you're having a picnic. It opens up kind of like an umbrella. I saw this in the Dollar Tree and I thought, turn that upside down and I've got a minnow seine. So what we can do is attach to the four corners some paracord. There you go. Now all we need to do is add some breadcrumbs and we can catch ourselves some minnows. Easy hack, $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Hack number two. I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's called mesh tubing. And I pulled the end out, took a look at it, and it really intrigued me. So what you can do with this is just cut off a little piece. And to keep it from unraveling, just take your lighter and put it near the heat. Don't burn the stuff. Same way on the other end. And that won't unravel. See that? If you'll notice this mesh, when you squeeze it together, it opens up larger in diameter. So my idea was, take this mesh and push it together so that it becomes bigger. And put it out here in the middle of a worm, and then when it stretches back out, it's going to stay on there just fine. Take a hook and you can run it right through the mesh in the worm and you've got yourself a wacky rig. And that's not going to come apart because the mesh is actually reinforcing the worm and where your hook penetrates. It also adds a little bit of red flash, which probably won't hurt at all in the water. So there you go. A wacky rigged worm made from mesh tubing. $1.25, the Dollar Tree. Hack number three. I found this LED work light at the Dollar Tree, and the thing that caught my eye is it says 150 lumens. And the way this light works is it has a magnet in it if you have any magnetic surfaces to use. It also comes with double back tape, so you can tape it up. It's got a little hanger, you can even hang it somewhere. So I'm thinking if you end up coming in late and you've been out and it's a little dark out there, it takes 3 AAA batteries. And I'm telling you, this is one bright light. I've even got the lights on. I haven't turned the lights off in my shop. This puts out a lot of bright light. And if you need a small compact light for night fishing or coming in late, this is the light for you. It's only $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Hack number four. I found this item at the Dollar Tree at the tablet cutter, and after I took a close look, I noticed that in the end, besides being able to cut tablets, it has a bit of a reservoir here. And my idea was, I can put bobber, handful of small hooks, right in this end right here. And then I can carry this in my pocket, and it'd be a safe way to go bank fishing and have just a few items that I need. Also, since it's a cutter, this thing will actually cut braided line. So I've got myself a line cutter and storage for a few items I need to go bank fishing without carrying a tackle box. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Hack number five. I'm always on the lookout for clippers that I can use for line cutters, and I found these and I think they're new to the Dollar Tree. And what intrigued me about them, they've got an opening on the end. And my thought was, how easy is that going to be to just clip those onto a line and keep them near me on my boat or near my tackle box. And you can clip right through that opening and keep them secure. Same thing with the small one. So for $1.25, you've got 2 line cutters. They got a little style to them and an easy way to fasten them so they stay close and they don't get lost in your boat or when you're out fishing. Hack number 6. I saw this at the Dollar Tree, and I bought one of these before and used it for a hack. This is a kneeling pad that you can use in the garden. They're a little bit more than a ½ inch thick, and they're made out of light foam. So what I did is I tested it, and here's a blue one. And I had this idea. If you've ever been fishing with the grandkids, you know that bobbers can become short supply, because as they learn to cast, things end up sometimes in the bushes or lost. So what you can do with these, you can cut a strip off of this knee pad. You make it any size you need, but we'll make it about like this. Then you can cut yourself some little squares. Cut those completely off. Come back with your little squares and cut them halfway through. Give yourself sort of a slit halfway through. There we go. Now when you're out with the grandkids, instead of losing bobbers, you can just hook your line through this little piece of foam that we've cut. And if you loop it around once, it's going to stay put wherever you put it in the line. And I tried it out. It floats pretty easily on top of the water, and you can see it really well. And then if you need to move it up and down, you just slide it up and down your line and loop it back around again. But you can make a whole bunch of these from one knee pad, and you'll never run out of bobbers when you're out pan fishing with the grandkids. $1.25. Hack number 7. I saw this item at the Dollar Tree. It is a solar stair light. Okay, so you would typically put that on the stairs on your deck or whatever, and then it uses solar to charge the battery. But I thought this would mount nicely inside my boat, and then during the day while I'm out fishing, it's charging up. If I come in a little late, I've got a little light that'll come on. And it's not real bright, it won't attract a lot of bugs, but it'd be just enough so you don't stumble around in your boat. It's $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. You don't need batteries, it's solar powered. Hack number 8. I found a package of 2 of these in the Dollar Tree. They're called Shore Fresh, and they're nice little containers that snap closed, so that's nice. The lids won't be coming off. And they also have a rubber seal in the lid, which tells me that they're at least somewhat waterproof. So they're just the right size. I can put a credit card or my fishing license, maybe a Band-Aid or 2, so anything I want to keep dry, I can put in that little container that snaps closed. And put that in my tackle box or storage in my boat. And it's going to stay relatively dry and just the right size for a few of those items. But beyond that too, they're not really that small. You can put a couple containers here for my split shots and my swivels, maybe even stick some heavier sinkers in there. And they're nice little storage units. So I think a whole handful of those, and I could stick those in my tackle box and really keep things organized. Hack number 9. Occasionally I like to hone the hooks on my spinner baits if they get to where they're acting like maybe I'm missing fish because they're dull. And I found out one of the best ways to do it is to use an emery board. Well, I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's called a matchbook nail file. And the reason they call it that is these open up just like a matchbook, and then you tear one out, and this is a nail file. So I can hone that point on my lure with my nail file, and I can store these in my boat, and they're kind of convenient just to have a little packet of them. And for $1.25, that's a nice addition. Hack 10. You know, at the Dollar Tree, they've added an aisle of items that aren't just $1.25, but they're up to $5. And what I found was this was $5 but it immediately caught my eye because it's a folding step stool. And I thought, you know, if you're going bank fishing and you don't want to lug along a whole lawn chair, this little item right here would be very convenient. It's thin, it's light, and you can carry it, but it folds out into a nice substantial seat to sit on, and that would be really handy when you're bank fishing. $5 at the Dollar Tree. Hack number 11. I told you I could make a hack out of the bucket itself, so what I've done is I pulled the handle and the little shovel off of our sand bucket, and I've been drilling holes in the bucket. I've got them all the way around the perimeter here, and I've also drilled holes in the bottom. And now what we need to do is we'll take some of this paracord and we'll tie it to our handles here. Just tie that on both sides. So we've got our handle on our bucket, there's holes in our bucket, of course it won't hold water, and if you haven't guessed it by now, we're making what's called a sea anchor. Down here in Florida it's kind of windy on the lakes, and the wind wants to kind of blow you in circles or push you across the lake faster than you'd like to go. What you can do is take a bucket like this with holes in it, take some extra paracord and tie it off to your boat and drop it in the water, and it's going to act like a sea anchor. And that's going to keep the wind from pulling you so quickly across the top of the water. It actually creates some resistance and it'll help keep you in place. So for $1.25, we've taken our sand bucket and we made ourselves a sea anchor. This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today I showed you a whole bucket full of inexpensive fishing hacks and even a hack we can make from the bucket. If you like my videos, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.